Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 15 of the Evil Genius Let's Play. Now, a few things have happened since the last episode. I've stolen the Eiffel Tower, shrunk and stolen the Eiffel Tower, and I managed to get the minions to finally move this in here. And the reason they weren't, and if you played this game before, you may have done this, I'd moved this door from here to here when I upgraded these doors. This door has the level 3 security setting to keep minions from entering the strong room. I'd moved that door here and it kept that setting, which locked down this section of the base, so nobody in here was allowed to leave and no minions here could go into here. So since this object was outside of the base, no minion was allowed to take it inside because they weren't allowed to pass this door. So took me a while to figure that out, but eventually I did. I reloaded a few times, thought it was a bug, of course, but it was my own stupidity, as it tends to be. What was not my own stupidity, however, was when the game suddenly started crashing all the time. I restarted, loaded my save, the last save, and then after a couple of minutes it would crash again. And I never figured out why. I tried some fixes for crashes, but none of them worked. Eventually I decided to reload from an even earlier save that I tried previously. Basically the earliest autosave I still had, and it's worked so far. Hopefully it's not going to happen again. I think the save got, or like the world state got corrupted somehow, which caused the issue. But yeah, so solved for now. Hopefully it won't happen again. If it does, I'm just going to have to reload to earlier on again. And hope once again that it doesn't keep happening, which it might. I've been continuing researching things. I've unlocked the egg chair. I have unlocked the Satan's chimney trap, which is basically a pit full of fire. Damages health a lot. It's not, I don't tend to use traps that damages health. You can, but I tend to prefer just distracting enemies, as I'm sure you know, rather than killing them. I've expanded my power plant. We have a new research device, the biotanks, which, as you can see, can be used as an interrogation device. I don't remember what stat. Probably health. And there is another interesting thing you can do with these, but you need the research for it, or you need to unlock it. So we can't do that right now. Again, if you've played this game before, you might know what I'm talking about. So research goes on. Oh, right. Out here, we have something, and maybe you can spot it. Yeah, it's this. This is a camouflaged security camera, and I hinted, I think I mentioned that these existed at some point. But yeah, it's basically a camera that doesn't have any heat. How they don't see it, I have no idea. I think I talked about the concealed turret. And the other, I don't think I talked about the camera because I'd forgotten there was a camouflage camera. Just remembered the turret. But yeah, so you can have cameras outside of your base without them alerting the agents, giving them heat. Not sure why you can't have cameras otherwise. But it's a game thing, I guess. And I still haven't discovered any more acts of infamy that have the pieces of data. I don't... Maybe they pop up after you've completed the other objective, which is to steal 4 pieces of uber loot. I haven't discovered any more of those either. Still have the sword and the stone here waiting for us. My avatar has gained a bodyguard. Now the bodyguards appear when you've accumulated a certain amount of notoriety. I think the first one appears after you've passed 100 or something like that. I don't remember at all when the other one appears. I think it might be 200. It's probably a pretty good estimation. So, yeah, the bodyguards are basically a type of minion. This is an interesting glitch that it hasn't localized the name properly, or it's, yeah, it hasn't localized the name. They follow your avatar around. They don't do anything except if there is a threat nearby. They will attack the threat. If they die, they are permanently dead. They only have 1 life, the one they are on currently, and they don't come back. So if you lose a bodyguard, it is lost forever. I have unlocked a few other bits and bobs. I think the only one I haven't done for this, or the only one of these I will do anything, is the VATS. So we'll be able to see what they do with this. I've unlocked a thing here, the X-ray machine. I don't think that's a huge concern. I don't feel the need to put money into building one of those. I unlocked the Brainiac machine, which is a way to replenish smarts. Got another thing. Oh, this. Let's do it in the VATS as well. I don't think my archives room is big enough to accommodate one of these. I mean, I can fit one in there. I don't know if it has... It does have heat. So I probably want to build another archive. I did expand my armory a bit down here. Mostly because I ran into an issue where a guard got stuck when he was about to place a prisoner in a cell. He just ended up standing in the middle of the cell with the prisoner floating, and then he kept doing the I'm annoyed / worn out animation and was completely stuck there. So I initially built this to be able to move the cell away, but I was actually able to clear this space by moving this time clock over here. So I could move the cell down here before this was finished. Oh, cell. I really hope this is what I think it is. That does not look very healthy now. But yeah, so the archive, I suppose we can build it in here. So I'm not sure how much of this space I will use. I mean, I do have some space here to expand the lab if I need to. Any agents around? No. All right then. Still kind of frustrated that the Acts of Infamy will not appear for the other pieces of Uber loot. I'll have to keep hacking away at that, I guess. Another annoyance I've discovered in here is that here there is room for another generator.
New objects are available for purchase.
Ooh, nice. The problem is that I can't access this, and I don't have space to move any generators away to gain access to it. There simply isn't anywhere to move them to, except if I expand here, but I don't need that right now. So again, utilize this space until I utilize this space, which bugs me. Now the camouflage door is something you build over your entrances. Right. Counts as a door, so you can't have another touching it. You can't put doors too close to each other. I don't really have any other. Well, see, I can't put this right there. Oh. Probably should not have let you out, should I?
Intruder detected on security network.
Okay, you're a lost cause, but I can get this one. There we go. Okay. So these camouflage doors, you build them over the entrances to conceal them, obviously. I mean, what else would they be for? Oh, that's complete. I realized how unsafe this is, by the way. I mean, the stress chamber has these shields on the side, but the centrifuge, which has two, presumably, I mean, that looks rather heavy. That looks like a bit of stone. Nice. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but okay. They have them spinning around at high speed with no protection in the middle of a room full of people. Let's get rid of these, put in the hidden cells instead. And I'm actually going to move this stuff down here.
Object move order confirmed.
so I can dedicate this room to cells. Hopefully.
Object has been ordered. Object purchase order confirmed.
These are a lot more expensive though, which is unfortunate.
Object will be moved shortly.
I don't think you can use...
New objects are available for purchase.
Oh, that's what I want.
Object move order confirmed.
Although... I mean, I guess the death cubicle is obviously
Object will be moved shortly.
a...
Build a holding cell in the armory room.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. Hold on. The death cubicle is a cell with two giant manglers on it. And basically, when you issue an execute command on anyone inside of the cell will kill them for you instead of a minion. Basically, the back wall, I can't point to it, annoyingly, but the back wall will push the pawn into the rollers. And, I mean... there shouldn't be agents in here anyway, so I guess, yeah, let's get them here at least. Kind of wish I'd built this slightly differently now, but well. Yeah. Let's put these things down there anyway. I'll leave the interrogation chair for now. Let's put it in the corner. You are going to
Interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device selection.
be mixed. Then we can delete that cell and probably replace it with a...
Object has been ordered. Object purchase order confirmed.
whatchamacallit. Pretty sure that's the way to go with that. Replace it with a concealed one. Actually, let's not do that. What? Oh. A lot of money going around now. Moving about.
Warning, burglary in progress.
Oop. What? Ah, yes, okay. I put the carpet there. I guess that was silly of me to do that. Where are you? Down there, okay. No, you're going to have... oh, it's not be charged. No, I can't wind walk right now. Oh, great. Where are you? You are there. Fortunately, there are cameras here, so a lot of guards come running. Whoop. That's a trick you can do to, because these doors normally don't do a whole lot because you have minions running through them, and when your minions open a door, agents can of course run through it as well. So what you can do is you can set it to security level 3, almost at the electroshock therapy ability. And it will immediately close the door and keep your minions from opening it, which will of course shut the agents in as well, because they have to stop and try to open the door. Right, we barely have any cells right now, which is not good, obviously. I didn't expect a burglary to take place that I needed to respond to. Let's move this. Let's put it in here.
Order confirmed.
Let's inspire this guy a bit. I had actually accumulated a nice bit of money there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I never.
Probably want these guys in here in case these agents wake up. And the death cubicle is, of course, quite expensive as well, even more so than the disguised holding cell. But it's pretty nice. It'll be nice for when I have a couple of squads of soldiers to deal with, that my minions won't be occupied executing them. Yeah. Thought so. Now we have a cell. We're not going to execute them, of course.
Prisoner interrogation requested. Select an interrogation device to proceed.
I'm... Oh, that was...
Prisoner
occupied.
interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device
Use
selection.
another one instead then.
Caution, gold reserves low.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, they're so much fun though. On the other hand, you have the disguised ones, which I don't think have any heat. But I ordered the death cubicles. Might as well buy the death cubicles, I guess. Oh, right. I am running low on power again. I guess I'm going to expand the power plant.
Room construction underway. Room construction on board.
Thought you said nothing happened.
Now stock new object.
Ooh, sentry gun. I think it's the centrifuge's turn. We now got the
Sentry
sentry gun.
guns are powerful computer-controlled weapons that will automatically open fire on anybody tagged to be killed. They also have the capacity to swap their magazines and shoot rubber bullets at people tagged for capture.
Yep. Of course, the sentry guns have lots and lots of heat. So, generally, you don't really want to build them. But I'm going to build one kind of tucked away here, because it can be researched to gain the concealed one, which of course don't have heat, and is quite useful. You can only place the sentry guns outside, by the way.
Interrogation device to proceed.
Very few objects can be purchased and placed both inside and outside. Of course, objects like loot can be placed anywhere.
Capture tag issued.
Kissy, kissy!
Capture. Ha! It is done.
But most purchased objects will only go in their assigned rooms. Traps can go in a lot of places, pretty much anywhere. Although most traps, like the poison gas trap, only go inside. Although there are some traps that go outside as well. So, yeah. Probably want to wait until I can... Because I don't like wasting time on doing research that doesn't actually produce anything. Mostly because... Not because of the research itself, but I think you don't get this when you assign research, a research task, and then it fails. This doesn't come back here. I don't think. Maybe it does. My memory tells me that it goes away from here, and then your science minions have to
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed.
go out and discover it again, I suppose is the term you would use. Yeah, I think that's what happens. I suppose I could try... I mean, this could produce something. I don't know if they'll get to that before the end of the episode, though. I don't like these. There is another object in the archives that does the same thing that these do. I think I've mentioned this before, but it takes up a lot less space. They do use power, however. But yeah, they are a lot more space efficient. You can have a bunch more of them. Had some generators fail before. Wasn't brilliant. I want the nuclear reactor.
Prisoner interrogation requested. Select an interrogation device to proceed.
Power. These produce 15. I think the...
Warning, high security door breached.
I think the nuclear generator produces
Object move order confirmed.
30. Also, I'm moving these around because they need to be able to access this one. So I need to shift all of these one tile to the left.
Intruder alert. Security door bypassed. Caution, gold reserve low.
Oh, wait.
Object will be moved shortly.
That is
Object move order confirmed.
kind of a puzzle, and I need to hurry as well because my reactors are taking damage, and they could very well explode,
Object will be moved shortly.
which is not a good thing. But moving this will grant them access to that, so we can construct that room. There's the... Maybe it does pop back. Did I just research that with the centrifuge again? I think I might have. Ah, well, whatever. Uh-huh. You need to be interrogated.
Awaiting interrogation device selection.
Preferably before you escape. You don't have any heat. Ah, yes, I just saw you. Dang it. Okay, fine. We have run out of time, unfortunately. Oh.
Weekend tag issued. Tag cleared.
There you go. Fortunately, he wasn't very smart, apparently. Okay. Need to order another generator there. Probably slightly more important than these, really, because these will only add to my power usage, unfortunately. Do these use power? These use power. Ah. Let's not do that.
Caution. Funds low.
Ah, dang it.
Object purchase
Let's do this instead. And I'm going to, of course, as before, continue playing and earn the money to buy the things I need. Hopefully sort out the power issue. Build up the armory again. Continue researching things, or trying to research things. Let's try the centrifuge with you. And we'll be back for the next episode with hopefully something interesting. So I will see you then.